Welcome, 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 y'all, to CIA Declassified Documents on the Gateway Process, Analysis and Interpretation. Yep, all of your questions will be answered, and this is a must listen. Cut out all the BS. Here's all the stuff for y'all in plain English, and here we go. It's definitely wild, and wow, 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 our society, wow. Okay. So welcome to CIA Declassified Documents, Gateway Process, Analysis and Interpretation. We are about to learn about how the U.S. Army proved ESP, that's extrasensory perception, aka psychic abilities, and of course tried to weaponize the participants' psychic abilities. So this is all about weaponizing psychic abilities, boom, that we all have, but we'll get to that. Okay? And what specifically the gateway process is about is achieving out-of-body experience, time travel, all of these things through this thing called hemisync. And the easiest, most basic way to describe hemisync is you put on headphones, you have one tone, a certain frequency in the right ear, and one tone, frequency in the left ear, and you listen. And then we'll get into it. Very, very neat. But with this hemisync, we can supposedly leave our bodies and have an OBE, or out-of-body experience. But that is not all. Okay, y'all? So let's just jump in. Okay, the gateway process was written in 1983 and declassified quietly in 2003. People started talking about it during the pandemic. Picked up interest. You know, people were at home like, "Rah." Their kids are screaming. They're looking up things on the internet. I mean, people were rightly so suspicious of the government, always, but especially during the pandemic. And that's no conspiracy tinfoil hat. I mean, if y'all just believe everything, then damn, good for you, I guess. But yeah, so it started picking up interest during the pandemic. People were bored at home, looking up CIA stuff, government stuff. Definitely. The U.S. Army Intelligence Security Command, they were the ones who basically were out to weaponize remote viewing, out-of-body experiences, and time travel. A psychic named Ingo Swann supposedly found Saddam Hussein by remote viewing. With Project Stargate, he proved remote viewing was real through several university studies. The Army stated that one person who can achieve the hemisync meditation is able to take down an entire army with this meditation. And very, very quickly, so hemisync can be achieved naturally without the headphones, but it takes, 20 years of Zen, Buddhist meditation, and all of this stuff. The fast pass that the Army found, how they found it, I have no idea. The fast pass to this hemisync state is the headphones. Okay? So there you go. So let's say that again. The United States Army stated that one person who can achieve hemisync is able to take down an entire army with that meditation. Why would that be? Okay, let's just go on then. There's a movie that came out with George Clooney. Ugh, I hate him, and the movie sucks. But it's called The Men Who Stare at Goats. Definitely George Clooney sucks. But it was about the U.S. Army's remote viewing operation. Fun fact, the movie's called The Men Who Stare at Goats because one of the exercises that they worked on was to stare at a goat to make its heart stop beating and to kill it with ESP. Okay, everything is one. This is what the document says. Everything is one. Yes. Individual consciousness is pulled into the collective consciousness using the frequency vibrations of the being. This applies to humans, to amoeba, to everything. We are all one collective consciousness, is what it's saying. Okay? Out-of-body movement. These particular gateway tapes make it easier to achieve this out-of-body state, but no guarantee. So I think I told you guys earlier, if you listened, it was just a very quick thing. But before I knew exactly what this hemisync thing was for, I didn't know it was for out-of-body experience. And, oh man, so much more. We'll get into it. But I put it on for, just a couple minutes. And I was very relaxed, and I was like, let me see what this HemiSync thing's about. This was like playing with fire. I didn't even know. And I put on my headphones, and I laid down, and all of a sudden my knee started spasming. And then out of nowhere, I felt my knee start raising out of my body, and I jumped, and I grabbed onto the bed. Yeah, and it was just like I was, like when you're falling off the bed, or you like have, you jerk and just like, oh. And it really freaked me out. And then I was reading more into it, and I was like, oh, like this is what I was supposed to do. So, yeah, I've been a little bit nervous to try it, but I'm going to try it before the end of this episode and report back. Hopefully I can get back in my body. I don't know, maybe I'll just be floating around. Yes, but everything is one. Individual consciousness is pulled into the collective consciousness using the frequency vibrations of the being. And this is everything. Your doggy, your kitty, everything. So yeah, I got scared, and I fought off the leaving it. I fell off the bed, and you can't fight it. You can't be high strung. You got to be chilled. You got to be laid back. No anxiety. Let go of worldly things. You know what I mean? And then supposedly you can. When your brain waves pattern and personal energy levels have reached a point where the person is in apparent harmony with your surrounding magnetic environment, such as he feels that he has reached the threshold where separation is a possibility. Okay, so you're listening to this HemiSync thing, you're trying to get on the same frequency, right? What did Nikola Tesla say? The secret to the universe is found in frequencies. Okay, this is really kind of bringing it on home, this Gateway Declassified doc. So when you're listening to the HemiSync, when your brain waves patterns and personal energy levels have reached a point where he is in apparent harmony with his surrounding electromagnetic environment, such as he feels that he has reached the threshold where separation is a possibility. And then you leave your body. It was really interesting when I was listening to it. The magic is in between the two tones. It's so bizarre, you guys. It's so bizarre. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, role of REM sleep, REM. When the CIA was practicing this, the HemiSync, with some participants, some of the time they would wait until the participant was in REM sleep. Then they would play the tapes. When you are in REM sleep, all of your motor functions from the neck down are asleep, total stillness, so it's easier to leave the body. Also, they believe that would generate an out-of-body experience. In short, REM sleep, the right hemisphere of the brain, is basically empty and not doing anything, so it's open to suggestion on the Gateway HemiSync tapes or on any other tape, for that matter. So when you reach the HemiSync, your left brain and right brain are shaking hands. They're usually in opposition. Oh, I want to jump off the building. Well, don't. Or, oh, I want to see if I can fly. Well, whatever. It's just like they're always, not always, but they're opposite. And then when you reach the HemiSync through those frequencies, man, you can feel it. It honestly, changed me. I don't know. I just, did a HemiSync thing, and I don't know. I just, quit my job, got a bunch of hiking gear. I'm spending every day in the woods. I got my bow and arrow set. I feel like it, tuned me or something. And also, yeah, be careful what you go to sleep to. Just based off what we just read. Okay, well, the right brain's, totally empty when we're sleeping. So it takes in everything around us. Are you listening to freaking Jeffrey Dahmer tapes? What are you listening to? CSI or whatever, SVU? What are you going to sleep to? Okay, let's keep it moving. Basically, this document says, we all have a memory within us of naturally achieving this state, either in our lives or in another dimension. P.S. There's multi-dimensions in our universe, but we'll get to that. Also, they aren't sure, but they think our dreams may be us out of body, and in our dreams may be us out of body and interacting with the universe. We usually can't access our subconscious when we are awake and doing our day-to-day things. So it's sort of like when we get deep into REM sleep or hemisync, we go someplace else and interact with the universe some way, like we have done lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. This is the U.S. Army saying this in the Monroe Institute. Are you digging it so far? So let's do a very, very, very quick recap. You listen to the hemisync. There's magic, almost a magic. There's something in between those frequencies that can pull you out of body, fast pass. And then you can go anywhere, time travel, everything. But there's so much more. Oh my gosh. But dig this, y'all. Our entire society revolves around keeping this information from us. The pineal gland, third eye. Our entire society is to keep us from doing this. Distracted, bread and circuses. This is it, y'all. Okay, let's move on. The 3 apparent conditions required for voluntarily inducing an out-of-body state in most individuals seem to be: number 1, achievement of a state of profound quiet in the body, such that bifurcation echo fades and resonance at approximately 7 hertz is established. Okay, that's the frequency in the sound. 2, synchronization of the 2 brain hemisphere wave patterns. Right brain, left brain shaking hands. They're always at odds. Hear the frequency. Boom. Number 3, subsequent stimulation of the right hemisphere to attain a state of heightened alertness, which of course interferes with brain hemisphere synchronization, but not until a sufficient level of enhanced frequency range has first been established to help achieve the out-of-body state. Okay, frequency. The Monroe Institute, the people working with the CIA on this weaponizing psychic abilities stuff, during the experiments, the participants reached the out-of-body hemisync experience through sound waves, and they went out of body to a designated set place, and they read numbers off of a board. So basically, it was coast to coast. So basically, okay, I'm in North Carolina. I'm participant in this gateway process. In Cali, there's some chick over there sitting in a room with a whiteboard that has 5 numbers on it. I am going to get into that, reach the hemisync, out of body, and then reach out of body, go over to Cali, into that room, and read the numbers off the board. And here we go. This is super hella interesting, y'all. They were able to do this. Here's the thing, though. There was always one number wrong. At least. They would get... See, I think there was 10 numbers, actually. There was. They were able to get to see 9 of the 10 numbers, but there was always a distortion in the last number. Either it was a different number or they couldn't see it or whatever. So wild, right? They could get 9 or they could never get 10. The results showed that it was clear the consciousness was indeed present in the room, though. This seems to be a function of the fact that physical reality in the present is not the only holographic influence which the individual may encounter in an out-of-body state. Also, our world is a hologram, LOL. So that's coming up. A reflection, yeah, it's wild. Okay, here we go. Keep going. And this is from the U.S. Army, y'all. These are declassified documents. This ain't me pulling shit out of my ass. There are also energy patterns left by people or events occurring at the same physical site being viewed from the past rather than the present. What does that mean? It means you don't know shit about our existence, is what it means. Everything we do is saved, and we're getting up to that. The cloud, right? We're working up to that. It just gets more and more and more mind-blowing. In addition, since thoughts are the product of energy patterns, and energy patterns are our reality, it may also be possible that individuals encounter thought forms while in an out-of-body state, which mingle with physical reality and are not easily differentiated. Thoughts can make realities on the other side, I guess, huh? Or other sides. Melissa Jager writes, there is another potential problem area in the state that holograms can be viewed pseudoscopically. That means holograms can be seen inside out or backwards, just as well as they can be seen in proper perspective. Some of the distortions occurring may ultimately prove to be traceable to this cause, because in the out-of-body state, an individual may perceive the holographic energy patterns given off by people or things, interacting time, space, reality in a somewhat distorted form. Okay, let's keep it moving. Also, this info has been held by the elite of the world since recorded time. So this is, joke's on you. Joke's on us. Okay, we now know the universe is a reflection of our collective consciousness. God and the universe is a hologram with the infinite self-consciousness that exists outside time and space, but is one step away from the absolute and is the actual agent of all creation. Okay? God and the universe is our consciousness, everything that's ever happened. Let's keep it going. It gets more clear. This is all just throwing you a bunch of shit, and then it will all fit together nicely. Reaching hemisync takes a lot of practice. Each practice session, you can go deeper and deeper. Like the first time I freaked, now the next time I do it, I'm going to be chilled, because I'll know what to expect. Of sorts. Most people that don't achieve the out-of-body experience don't, because they can't relax and let go. The more uptight, the less of a chance you have to achieve the actual out-of-body state. Because anxiety and fear are actual barriers to achieving this state. Once you can relax and let go, the way becomes clear. Okay, let's move on to the holographic universe thingy. Okay, Stephen Hawking founded the holographic principle. Side note, a lot of people believe that Stephen Hawking isn't talking through his machine thing, that he's programmed by NASA, and all the things that, he explains and stuff with his, disability. He has the computer to talk for him. A lot of people think that he's not actually talking with it, that it's just NASA typing stuff. Is that true? I have no idea. Okay, holographic principle. When they tried to calculate the size of black holes, they couldn't figure it out using regular 3D equations. But the math worked perfectly when they did it for 2 dimensions. Basically, our universe could be a 2D universe projected into a 3D reality, which is what a hologram is. This is what they believe. Our world may be a hologram as well as ourselves. We humans see the same way. See something, brain takes those waves and reprojects those waves out, and we see. Hologram. Okay, here's where I was like, wow. Not that all of this isn't mind-blowing, but here's where it started to get super interesting. Okay, when you use the 2 tones and you get into hemisync, as we know already, both sides of your brain are synchronized. This frees the pineal gland. That's the whole thing. Our entire society is based on us not knowing about the pineal gland in this. Third eye. So when we reach hemisync, this frees the pineal gland to receive light and information from the universe. You will have access to all universal knowledge from past, present, and future. This is called the Akashic Record. If you clap your hand, that ends up in the Akashic Record. The Akashic Record, which all the elites, everybody knows about, you don't, I don't, right? Which all the elites, everybody knows about, you don't, I don't, right? The Akashic Record is everything. All the information of everything that has ever happened, past, present, and future. Also, when you reach hemisync, you have the ability to learn things at a faster rate. I swear I've been feeling different. since I reached that hemisync, even if it was just a short moment. Yeah. We lose the ability to hemisync around the age of 7 or 8 because we start to become left brain dominant. This is the logical side, right? Not the artsy, nice side. This is why a lot of kids remember past lives and have imaginary friends that could potentially be other beings in different dimensions that the kids can see. Because like we know now, there's many, many, probably infinite dimensions to our reality. LOL. Nikola Tesla said there are 3 secrets to unlocking the secrets of the universe: energy, frequency, and vibration. And that's what this is all about, y'all. Also, and this is not a conspiracy theory, drinking tap water has fluoride. Fluoride calcifies the pineal gland. Yes. Are they doing that on purpose? A lot of people that are tapped into this knowledge really feel that way. I haven't drank tap water since I was probably 17 years old. No way. No way. But yes, third eye, pineal gland, it's all true, y'all. It's all true. Your third eye, or pineal gland, gives you the ability to see wavelength information that is outside of the realm of the eyes and ears. Hemisync activates the pineal gland to be able to take down universal light information and energy from the Akashic records. Akashic records, that's the history of everything ever and in the future. All the knowledge. The ability to take in all the knowledge that exists in the universe. That's the pineal gland. Yes, tap water has fluoride. Yes, fluoride specifically calcifies the pineal gland and keeps you... I won't even say what they think of us. During hemisync, you can learn that vibrational wavelength. In hemisync, you will sync so that your vibrational wavelength makes you a massive antenna for universal light energy information. You become an antenna because of the pineal gland. Hopefully you haven't been drinking tap water. Hopefully yours isn't calcified. Hopefully you will start seeing pictures of the pineal gland hidden in everyday pop culture everywhere. It's all about this. The Egyptians knew it. Okay, let's keep to the thing. Once you reach hemisync, you are altering your consciousness, moving it outside the physical sphere, and you escape the restrictions of time and space. Sign me up. Once this is achieved, you can then gain access to the various levels of intuitive knowledge which the universe offers, aka the Akashic Records. We know that is everything that's ever happened in awareness up in the universe. The cloud, right? Something like that. That's how people kind of explain it. But it's bigger than that. If you are having negative thoughts, your chakras are real, will vibrate at a lower frequency, not the frequency of the universe. See, our chakras and everything, we're supposed to be in tune with the universe, but we're so distracted by worldly things. I got to pay that electric bill. That person isn't texting me back. None of that matters. It's all about this. The whole reason we are supposedly on this planet is for this. But, the powers that be want to keep this information secret. So we're just like cockroaches eating like McDonald's and shit, and like serving them, waiting on them at Starbucks and eating shit. And then they do this. So yes, when you're thinking toxic thoughts, fear, anger, talking shit about that person in your head, talking shit about yourself, whatever, fear, worried about this, worried about that, trying to control this, trying to control that. Nah, your chakras are out of tune with the universe, and nothing's going to go right for you, and you're going to feel like crap. Okay, the report also talked about crystals, quartz especially. Crystals are real. Chakras are real. Crystals help tune you. What is a chakra? A point of low electrical resistance on your body. There's the third eye chakra, right? Which is the crown chakra, throat chakra, and so on. We'll talk about them. I'll name them all. Chakras are basically USB ports, so we can connect to our body. Each chakra has its own frequency. Look it up. Crystals are one frequency only, but our chakras can go out of tune with low vibrational thinking and activities, drinking, sex, with like just screwing around, taking advantage of people, stealing, whatever, right? Also, everything in this document has been proven to the satisfaction of military intelligence. So, okay, hologram. If you look at a video on your phone of someone sitting at their work desk, you can see beyond them and behind them. So you are looking at a two-dimensional video, but seeing 3 dimensions because of the background, the picture on their wall, right? 2 dimensions are length and height. 3 dimension is depth also. A hologram allows you to infer from the information you are already seeing what exists that you can't see. A hologram is on the Visa credit card. You can turn it and a little bird appears, right? So this is you looking at a 2-dimensional thing, but you're seeing 3 dimensions. Boom, hologram. Frequencies. We are blocked out of frequencies we can't see, but they're still there, right? Turn on the radio, there's all these frequencies flying through the air. Your intuition is the universe telling you information. Many people do not listen to themselves. We have access to the past, present, and future. Once we're able to hemisync, either by meditative practice or fast pass way, with listening to the 2 tones, the 2 sides of your brain handshaking, then boom, you have reached hemisync and have access to the Akashic records, have 50,000 times more brain power than in a regular state, and you leave the restraints of space and time. Okay? All right, moving on. Out of all the surprising stuff in this document, this freaked me out the most. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? The code 55515 can be used to reduce pain. It's a trick the CIA learn in case they are ever tortured for information. 55515 is a gene related to pain perception and was discovered in 2000. If you are ever in pain, simply visualize the part of your body that is feeling pain, then repeat the numbers 55515. Keep doing this, and eventually the pain will go away up to 80% or normal feeling. Why did this scare me so much? This part made me think that we are in some type of simulation, a digital simulated reality. Not sure, but that episode is coming up very soon, and there's actually a lot of good arguments for that we are in a digital simulated reality. And it kind of sounds like that, you know? But I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. So the world around us is an illusion created by our own minds. There are alternate dimensions, and they can all be accessed through hemisync, along with the Akashic records, the history of everything, ever, past, present, and future. You leave the space-time realm, right? No more space-time constraints. The brain is able to create a virtual reality by the process of perception, by taking in raw sensory data and organizing it into a cohesive picture of the world. Okay, let's keep moving on. P.S. The CIA took down this document from their website. Okay, time, space, dimension. There's not much left. Let's just keep going. It's very, very interesting. Okay, time, space, dimension. Left brain constantly bombarded with advertisements, social media, low vibrational stuff, right? Alcohol, worried if that person's going to text you back, worrying about this, worrying about that, anxiety, right? And this society is fighting for your absolute constant attention, all of your money, all of your time. You are a slave. You are a slave. And this has all been set up for you not to know about this stuff, and for you to be so busy at Starbucks that when you get off work you can't do the space-time realm, right? No more space-time constraints. The brain is able to create a virtual reality by the process of perception, by taking in raw sensory data and organizing it into a cohesive picture of the world. Okay, let's keep moving on. P.S. The CIA took down this document from their website. Okay, time, space, dimension. There's not much left. Let's just keep going. It's very, very interesting. Okay, time, space, dimension. Left brain constantly bombarded with advertisements, social media, low vibrational stuff, right? Alcohol, worried if that person's going to text you back, worrying about this, worrying about that, anxiety, right? And this society is fighting for your absolute constant attention, all of your money, all of your time. You are a slave. You are a slave. And this has all been set up for you not to know about this stuff, and for you to be so busy at Starbucks that when you get off work, you can't do anything else. They want all of your money and all of your soul. Who's they? The powers that be. Left brain, analytical side. Right side, the void, the creative side. And our right side is more in tune with the universe. Right hemisphere, infinite creativity. The pineal gland is between your left and right brain. Your pineal gland actually has photoreceptors on it, aka that's why it's called the third eye. Isn't that interesting that something deep in our brain has photoreceptors? The third eye, or pineal gland, picks up light energy, and we access the third eye when we hemisync. Remember how we talked earlier? Fluoride in the water supply. Fluoride specifically calcifies the pineal gland. I mean, are you guys like picking up what I'm putting down? Are you guys still believing all the bullshit? When in hemisync, you become extremely focused, like a laser. You can see past, present, and future because everything is a vibratory event. Everything is vibrating all the time, so it leaves a mark on the Akashic records. The universe is infinite. It has no dimensions. Our 5 senses protect our body from harm. The rest is all about the pineal gland. Forget vision boards and all that. The secret, all that shit. Vibrational energy works like this. If you're really concerned about not being married by the age of 30, and it's on your mind, it's all you're thinking about. You're thinking about the phrase, not getting married by the age of 30. And you repeat that. And if you repeat something enough, it becomes your awareness. You manifest what you vibrationally are, and it seeps into your reality and your time-space dimension, and causes all of those things that vibrate in sync with you, and causes the universe to prove to you that you will not get married by the age of 30. You are bringing in that vibrational energy. You are that, so you are attracting that. Be careful what you think about, y'all. That's what that means. We are light beings, and when we die, we do not die. We go back to being light beings, and we have godlike qualities. Light body. A light body cannot make things happen in our dimension. A ghost cannot pick up a book and read it. The CIA and Army want to try to stop psychics out there and keep this all a secret, so there will be no opposition in that realm. And also, you know, the elites want to keep it all to themselves and keep passing it down to their kids, and it's a secret, and so on and so on. They need slaves. We are them. How much time do you give away of your own self every day? At least 8 hours? You're a victim. But now you don't have to be, because you have information. The more you practice hemisync, the deeper you can go. At first, we're almost done, y'all. At first, page 25 was missing. Here's what it is on the previously missing page 25. Okay, we kind of talked about it earlier. Holographic perception, the ability to see things outside of the normal 5 senses. All of the other things going on outside of our 5 senses can be seen in our pineal gland or third eye. Society has done a great job of putting so much junk into our heads, our left brain, that they have deactivated our right hemisphere. And we've gone along with it, but we didn't know. You know, like they say in the Truman Show, we accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. We all grew up brainwashed into this society that was just totally made up, bread and circuses, just so only a select few can have access to this information. And we serve them. Like the U.S. Army said, any person with hemisync ability can wipe out an entire army. Right now in China officials are very afraid of people in China called the Uyghurs. Look it up. The Chinese government has done basically a genocide of the Uyghurs, because the Wiggles can easily achieve hemisync. Okay, on with the missing page 25. The U.S. Army and CIA didn't want you to know about the pineal gland or third eye, the tiny almond seed part of the brain between the left and right hemisphere. It's all over our society and popular culture. The third eye, or the pineal gland, is featured, hidden within artwork, architecture, business logos, film, TV, band logos. It's everywhere. And you're out of the loop because you're poor. Intuition is our inner knowledge, the ability to know without knowing how you got the answer. The pineal gland does not go into activation until hemisync is reached. Okay, on with the missing 25. We're almost done. Seriously. Hold on to your chonies. Okay, this is quoted from the doc. Okay, listen up if you've been zoning out and like cleaning your kitchen or whatever. The evolution of time-space revolves ultimately to obtain a direction of and union with Him, which means God. Okay? And I'm not religious. I'm not anything. So I'm not like trying to push like, oh, like, and P.S., you're going to hell. Like, no. Okay, because there is an ultimate thing, right? They just call it God. I'm not saying, it's not saying anything Bible or whatever. Okay, hold on. Let's just say that again. The evolution of time-space revolves ultimately to obtain a direction of and union with Him, which means God. You guys, we could be in a video game called Good and Evil. You know? We're playing a video game called Good and Evil. It could be anything. Aliens. I mean, I don't know. Light beings. I don't know. We're all here. Okay, let's keep going. This is interesting. I don't know if this is propaganda or truth. I don't know. But it also talks about the description of the Holy Spirit. It says the Holy Spirit fits the Christian metaphysical description. And it could. You know, I mean, dang. Bible, right? Okay, let's keep on going. To reach this state, you have to be free of influence from our society. Again, our entire society, bread and circus, divide and conquer, the Romans, right? Their political theories. Keeping our right brain empty and pumping our left brain filled with electric bill due dates, some girl, some guy, some bullshit, your job, whatever you're going to buy that you think is going to make you feel better, consumption, junk food for the brain. It has deadened this ability in you, so far at least, and hopefully you haven't been drinking tap water. No way. Okay? This page was missing from the set of documents originally. Why? Because the powers that be didn't want us to know about the pineal gland and all of its power and all of our power. And it's all a big joke on you and me. All-seeing eye, aka pineal gland, is all over our culture hidden. And everybody that lives in like a castle and that has tons more money than you, they all know this. It's a big secret hidden in plain sight. Who released this stock at the CIA? You know, is it someone that was like, it was their last day or some shit and they were like, put it out? You know, why did it get pulled down? Did someone want us to know the truth? Is this the truth? I mean, it kind of all fits. If you've been listening to the show through the pandemic, through everything, it all leads up to this. Yeah. All right. So stay tuned for upcoming episode. Are we living in a simulated reality? Also, before we go, like I said before, I'm going to dabble again with the hemisync meditation, listening to the two tones again. You regular listeners, you know that I did dabble with it. That's what got me really interested